Okay, so the content will be sinusoidal waveform, phasor and phasor methods, and RLC components, and after that we go to RLC circuit analysis, and after that we go to the how we measure the power in AC system lah. We know the power already in the DC system, so basically we use the same concept lah actually, by using the same concept in DC, but then we can solve AC circuit. Basically AC and DC same thing lah, but the component only different because we know we have the amplitude and frequency. So in DC system, we only the frequency equal to 0. Okay, the F frequency equal to 0. That means the supply current, the supply voltage is fixed. The voltage or the current is fixed, DC fixed, fixed value. When the time move, the voltage is fixed. It's not changed. But in AC system, we have frequency. Meaning that when the time move, the amplitude of the voltage and the current will be changed accordingly lah. That's the difference between AC and DC things. Okay, now good slide. All right, so we go to this slide first. Single phase system. Basically, we only focus on single phase system first. We have three phase system also, but for the beginning, we start with the single phase lah. This is a simple circuit system. So alternating signal or AC signal is a signal that varies with respect to time. When time changes, this signal also change. Or the amplitude of signal also change depending on time. That means by it is alternating current. The voltage and the current have positive and negative value. The statement here very general. You just read only lah. So that means the signal that we handle, where the voltage or current will have to positive and negative value. Keep changing depending on time. And the alternating signal can be categorized into AC wave voltage and AC current. We can have AC voltage and AC current. And then how we can get the AC signal? How come we can get AC signal? So the power plant or AC generator will generate AC waveform. Basically, the signal that we get at our homes, when you plug in when you charge your handphone, right, or when you get supply to your TV and so on, comes from the power plants lah. We have power plants, so power plant generate AC waveform lah. Power plant means power station. Whether we can have the steam power station or hydro power plant and so on. So that one is our main source of AC system. Okay, and the power is transmitted through the grid system lah. And they got transformer. Last time I told you got transformer and so on to step up and step down. At the end we got the AC supply, AC supply, AC waveform lah. Okay, that is or you can say that the supply from utilities. In Malaysia we got TNB lah, Tenaga Nasional Berhad. So the TNB produce generate the AC supply for us lah to be used. We can also have AC supply from other method. Beside the TNB or other utilities, we can have AC supply from, for example, from inverter. I think if you hear about inverter is a circuit that convert AC to DC, right? For example, we have DC from PV solar PV. You know, the solar PV, the solar modules. So that solar module basically generate DC power supply. The DC power supply. And then after that DC power supply, we connect to the inverter block. Inverter is a circuit. It's a electronic circuit where it convert AC to DC. Sorry, where it convert DC to AC. So inverter also known as a AC power generator or AC power supply. That's a source of AC lah. We got some other source. So the most common one is from the TNB and from the inverter lah. That's a source of AC waveform that we can have. There are many waveforms of AC, such as we can have sinusoidal or sinus waveform. We can have cosine waveform, square waveform, and so on, and triangular waveform and so on. But normally in our case, when you plug in your TV or your handphone and so on, we deal with the sinus waveform lah, the first one. This is the first common alternating signal that we use frequently, sinusoidal waveform or sinus waveform. This is the shape of signal. You can see the signal of the sine waveform. The form look like sine wave. That's why they call it sinusoidal or sinus waveform. It's changing from 0. Sinusoidal and cosine waveform is important because it is a basic waveform for electric supply in transmission system, right? So, okay lah. Okay, if you measure using the oscilloscope, in order to see this waveform, we need to use a special equipment. So, in the electrical system, we use oscilloscope or some other meter or smart meter and so on, or a power meter, for example. So, this meter can show us the waveform of the shape of the waveform, or the picture of waveform. So, it should like this one, sine wave. So, you got a 0 increasing, and then up to maximum is maximum positive or sine waveform, and then goes down like that, and then goes to negative, and then got negative maxima, and then back to 0. This is the waveform, we call it sinusoidal waveform or sinus waveform. And then this is the first cycle, one complete cycle. Then second cycle, and so on. Okay. And then we have like this. This is a triangular. Just now you have triangular waveform. This look like triangular waveform. Sorry, this is sawtooth waveform. Sawtooth waveform. And this is a triangular waveform. This is square wave waveform. Square waveform. Sometimes sawtooth also known as triangular waveform. Same name lah. Sawtooth and triangular is sometimes is same waveform. And this is a square wave. Okay. And this is a cosine waveform. You see the waveform change with time. When time change from 0, when time change, berubah, then we got the voltage or the current will be changed. That meaning by the AC waveform. So it can be a form of sinusoidal, it can be a form of triangular or square wave and so on. But utility normally generate this kind of waveform. Utility mean TMB and so on. Utility. We have also here in Malaysia, independent power supply, IPP, also produce electricity. So beside TMB, we have another power supply company lah. For example, YTL, some other company also produce power supply. So the voltage that generated by that power plant is like this, sinusoidal. This is a special one. That means you can generate by using electronic circuit, using oscillator and so on. This is special waveform lah. Normally used in our measurement or instrumentation system and so on. But for our usage, for example, to light up the bulb in our home, we use this one. Or you want to drive the refrigerator, we use this kind of signal. Or you want to turn on the aircon system in our home, so this kind of signal that we apply. Sinusoidal one, this is the most important signal in the AC. Alright. Okay. Also the alternating waveform also we can categorize into types. They say the 4 types of alternating signal waveform. It can be symmetry, it can be non-symmetry, it can be periodic, it can be non-periodic. This example lah, this periodic and symmetry. That means you got same period, one cycle called signal, and the other cycle same period. What I mean by cycle? Cycle time dia lah. Start from 0, finish there, one complete cycle. And the other cycle same shape, same amplitude. That's why we call it periodic and symmetry. Okay, symmetry means the plus and minus same area. The plus signal top here and bottom there negative same area. They call it symmetry lah. Some other signal they don't have symmetry. That means maybe the bottom one is smaller than the top one. They call it non-symmetry. Okay, but just for knowledge only lah. But in our case, we use periodic and symmetry in our solution. In our exercise later on, we focus on the signal that periodic and symmetry. Sine wave lah. Periodic and symmetry, sine wave. Okay. Now we go more detail on the signal, sine wave signal. Okay, so the voltage and current value is represented by vertical axis and horizontal axis. So vertical represent the amplitude where the voltage or current, and the horizontal represent the current and the time, time in second. Okay. In the first half, current current or voltage here will increase to maximum positive, from 0 to maximum, and then come back to 0. This is a positive signal. And then second half, this is the first half of signal. Second half here, the current or voltage will increase into negative peak, then come back to 0. Okay, so one complete cycle is called one cycle one complete here, you call it one cycle of signal. Okay, understand? That means one cycle. This AC signal look like. So different with DC, right? DC you have just a straight line only. You got fixed value for the voltage, whether positive or negative, but it's fixed voltage. Hopefully you can differentiate between AC signal and DC signal. Right? So if our equipment require AC supply, then you must supply with AC signal. That is requirement in electrical system lah. For example, TV, television, or refrigerator, or aircon. All this equipment require AC. That means you need to supply AC supply for them to work properly lah. If our supply is our load or our customer, our load device require DC supply, then you need to supply DC. You cannot supply, you got up to you, does it? You cannot work like that. If you got DC, only available for DC load. Okay, if you got AC, just suitable for AC load, or like that. So if you got AC, but your supply required DC, then you need a converter. Converter lah in electrical system. If you want to convert AC to DC, you need to have an electrical circuit. They call it rectifier. For example, your charger handphone charger, right? You know handphone charger? Your handphone is what inside your handphone? A battery, right? In order to your handphone to work or your laptop to work, it must have source, which is battery. Okay, battery is a DC source. Okay, DC, you call it DC. So when you use your handphone or laptop and whatever, sometimes the battery will decay, will run out. The energy stored in the battery will run out. You need to charge again. And then the supply from TMB is AC. So how come you AC drive DC impossible? It cannot do that. That means in your adapter, the one that you got a handphone adapter or laptop adapter. So that adapter, the function is to convert AC to DC first. They have circuit there inside that. They call it rectifier and also DC-DC converter. And then so DC output from the adapter will charge the battery. Okay, I understand. That's how the system work lah. And the level of battery depend lah. Some laptop required, for example, normally handphone 5 volt only lah. Laptop maybe 20 volt, something like that, depending on the system. Okay, hopefully you understand about this one, this signal. So sometimes I will go this way lah. I will give some example in reality lah, so that you can appreciate that. Okay, so AC normally used for AC load, and DC supply used for DC load. Okay, there are several specification in sinusoidal waveform that we need to know. When we talk about the AC signal, then definitely we need to know some parameters or some items which related to AC signal or AC waveform. First, period. What is period? Period is defined as the amount of time taken to go through one cycle. So the symbol period T, the unit is time. This is period, for example. Now you got circuit just now. So one cycle from 0, 0.5 and 1. One cycle. That one they call it period. So from 0 to 1 here, you got one period. We can take from 0 to 0 here, or from maximum positive to maximum positive. This represents one period. In second, time in second. Understand? So the time, the once complete cycle, how much time required to complete one cycle, that one, the period, the time is known as period. So you can take anywhere lah. You can start from 0 to 1 here, or you can start from maximum positive to other maxima positive. That is defined by period. Okay, understand? The unit is the symbol for the period is T. T stands for the period. The second is frequency. Okay, when we have AC signal, definitely it must have frequency, as I mentioned before. So what is frequency? Frequency basically is a 1 over period, 1 over t. The symbol is f, small f, small f letter ni, equal to 1 over t. Okay, the unit in hertz. Okay, hertz, unit for frequency hertz. That means if we divide 1 over t, that gives us the frequency of the waveform. Okay, so how much frequency in our electrical system? Any idea? You know? So if you got supply from TMB, how much the frequency of TMB? Is standard, is how much? 50 hertz. 50 hertz. So in Malaysia, we use 50 hertz frequency. Okay, you go anywhere lah. You go to Malaysia, you go to Johor, you go to Kedah or Kuala Lumpur or Sabah, Sarawak, whatever lah. We use 50 hertz frequency. Okay, but if you go other country, for example, you go to Thailand or you go to Canada or US, they are different frequency. I think they use 60 hertz. So there's a different frequency, different country, different state, different frequency use. In Malaysia, Singapore, and so on, we use 50 hertz frequency. Okay. What do you mean by 50 hertz? In 1 second, time, you got in 1 second you got 50 complete cycle. Okay, that means by 50 hertz lah. So in time 1 second, we have 50 cycle in that. So our signal have 50 cycle in 1 second. That meaning by 50 hertz. Alright, okay, I hope you can differentiate that. So this is meaning by frequency, and this is some waveform lah. If we have lower frequency like that, lower frequency mean it depends lah. Okay, this is a high frequency. 50 hertz, for example, we take 50 hertz reference. 50 hertz reference. So 100 hertz mean high frequency. 10 hertz mean lower frequency. So you need to refer to standard lah. Standard. If 50 hertz is standard, that means 100 hertz is higher frequency. And if we check 10 hertz, lower frequency than 50 hertz. So depending on what kind of signal. But that's you can see that lah. I mean that the higher frequency mean in 1 second. In 1 second, you got many more cycles. Like that lah. Just now I said if 1 second you got 50 cycle, that means if 100 hertz, in 1 second you got 100 cycle. That meaning by higher frequency. So if you say lower frequency, let's say 10 hertz, that means in 1 cycle, we only have 10 cycle only. In 1 second, in 1 second we have 10 cycle only. Like that. That meaning by lower frequency. Okay, hopefully that's clear lah. What is different between frequency and period. This parameter is a must in the AC system. You must know this. You must differentiate between time, period, and also frequency. What else you have here? Instantaneous value. What I mean by instantaneous value? This example only lah. Example to show you some. Okay, this the blue color stand for the high frequency, and the red color stand for the lower frequency. Okay, the number here we can go later on. It's not later on. You must you can have some more knowledge about this one. But just to show the differentiate between high frequency and low frequency. Okay. Right. Okay. Now instantaneous value. What is instantaneous value? Because this is new for you, I think. You never heard about this one, so we need to elaborate more so that we can understand more. Instantaneous value. Now we have the AC waveform again, right? This is V slash I mean the signal can be voltage or current lah. Alright. So 10 mean maximum voltage or maximum current there, positive. And here is a negative maxima. Alright, and this is a period. This there is 1 time. The period is 1 second in this case. In this case, the period is 1 second. So the instantaneous value is a magnitude value of waveform at one specific time. Okay. At particular time, what is voltage? What is current, for example? And that is meaning by instantaneous value. For example, here at 0 second, the voltage equal to 0 from this picture lah. And at time 0.25 second, the voltage is 10 volts. Okay. At 0.5 second, the voltage is 0 again. And at 0.275 second, the voltage is negative 10. Okay. At time 1, the voltage back to 0. So that meaning by instantaneous value. At particular time, what is the voltage current? Or what is voltage, what the current? That means instantaneous value. Okay, this will show you lah. At time 0.25, the voltage is 10 volt. Okay, at 0 times 0.5, voltage 0, and so on lah. Meaning by at particular time, how much the voltage? You need to refer to the picture. That meaning by instantaneous value. So the symbol for instantaneous value is V bracket T for the voltage and I bracket T lah for the current. Understand lah? Meaning by instantaneous. At particular time, what is the voltage? That meaning by instantaneous. So the voltage will change, the value will be changed when the time change. Like that lah. Okay, this is instantaneous value lah. Okay, peak value, nilai puncak or maximum value. Sometimes we call it maximum value or peak value lah. The maximum value for the half cycle, here you got peak value which is plus 10 volt, and the maximum value for the second half cycle which is negative 10 volt. That meaning by peak. Peak mean maximum value. So it depending on the waveform later on. You can, based on the waveform, you can find the peak value during positive cycle and during negative cycle. The symbol is VP, capital VP, like that lah. Right. Okay, hopefully we can know already about this thing. Peak to peak. So this is also important parameter in AC system. Peak to peak mean the measurement between peak positive to peak negative. What is value for that? Is we call it peak to peak. You have to measure the peak value positive up to negative peak. That is given by peak value. Right? The symbol is with peak to peak. Ini symbol ya, symbol for the maximum value peak to peak. Okay. It depending on waveform lah. For example, waveform like this. That means peak to peak. This is a peak value, for example, and this is a peak to peak. Okay, depending on kind of waveform. For example, your AC ni shifted up. For some application, they shifted. It's not start from 0. They shifted a little bit. They're up. That means if you want to measure peak, yes, this is peak value from 0 lah. This is your reference is peak, and from peak to here, from the maximum highest to the minimum highest, this is a peak to peak value for this particular waveform. Okay, clear? Okay, the other important parameters for the AC things is the average value. Average value, or sometimes we call it DC value. You got AC circuit, but sometimes they ask you to find DC value, average value for that particular circuit. What is a DC value for this thing? Okay. Average value for waveform is average value for all instantaneous value in half or one complete cycle, like that. This definition lah. It can be calculated in two ways, but the definition by the average, what you got to do for one cycle, you just calculate the area lah. The area for one cycle divide by period. Itu cara nak cari dia. You call it the integral method lah. You need to find the area under the function in a period. Here the red color one lah. You need to find the red color here plus red color here divide by period. Masa. Period mean here 4 lah. In this case we got 4 lah. You need to find area here plus this area divide by 4. That is period for the current or voltage. Or we can use integral method. Okay, by using mathematical function, you just find the integration of 0 to t. 0 to t. T is period. Just now we mentioned t. Integrate of this equation. This equation we call it V of t dt. Divide by period. That gives the value of the DC value. Alright, but here clearly lah, if we have sign like that, waveform kan, dia punya DC almost zero value lah. Okay. Depending if the size of the top area equal to the size of negative area, then definitely the DC signal is 0. DC, but AC of course I have. You got AC signal, but DC signal will be 0 if the area of top equal to area of bottom. This is formula. So V of t depending on equation of the waveform here lah. Normally in AC system sine wave, so V of t equal to V max sin omega t. The name for the function of t ni equal to V max, we pick sin omega t represent the equation signal here. Then you need to integrate the V max sin. Then you need to integrate sin function lah. You need to integrate sin function divide by the period of waveform tu. Then give us the average value. Okay, this is a definition only. So don't worry much about this one. We don't ask you the definition. Normally we ask you to solve the problem. Okay, the last one here, they said another important parameter for the AC network, AC system is effective value, or sometimes you call it RMS value. RMS value, root mean square value, or sometimes they call it effective value. Why effective important? Because this is very important in order to calculate AC power. Okay, DC power, you know, right? DC power just VI only. V multiplied by I, we got power in DC, right? Or last time we do some example, VI or I squared R or V squared over R. That gives the DC power consumed by the load, the R load. But in AC, since the voltage or the current changing with respect to time, then you need to find the effective value for that. You need to find effective value which give the same amount of heat absorbed by that particular load, for example, resistor. If resistor in DC consume 10 watts, okay, 10 watts power. So with the supply AC, the supply AC must also generate 10 watts power in the particular load. Same power produced. But that meaning by the effective value, or root mean square, RMS value, or root mean square value, which is we compare in terms of power consumed by the load. So the load must consume the same power whether it's supplied by DC or by AC. Okay, so that meaning by effective value in the AC circuit or in AC system. Back here. Okay, this is a common method of specifying the amount of sine wave of voltage or current by relating it to DC wave. We related it to DC voltage and this current that produce the same heat effect. Understand? When we apply DC, the power consumed is this formula. When we supply AC waveform, the same power produced in that particular load. So the current that flow in the load, we call it effective current, or sometimes we call it RMS current. RMS stands for effective, root mean square. And the formula will be I RMS square multiplied by R. Understand? So that's meaning by effective value. Right? So in pure AC, if we got pure AC, purely AC sine wave like that, here, purely sine wave. So the voltage, effective voltage for the voltage, you're going to find the effective voltage for this AC waveform. This formula is given by this one. Simple je, just divide by set 2 only. We pick divide by set 2. Then you got the effective value of voltage at the particular signal. Okay, simple kan? Then 0.707, we pick or we make same lah. We pick. Just now this is we pick. We make. So we make peak value. If you got sine wave waveform, peak value of this sine waveform divide by set 2. Here, then you got the effective value of voltage. Okay, you know the voltage, you know the current, you can find the power easily lah. You can use V squared R, or you can use VRMS lah. VRMS multiply IRMS, you got the power. Okay, so in AC, you must use RMS, root mean square. RMS stands for root mean square to measure power. That's for the voltage. For the current, same lah. In order to find RMS current, if we have signal like that, then we can find the current RMS by divide by Z2. Okay, this formula valid for sine wave only. Remember, if we use signal have sine wave like this, pure sine wave, then we can find the VRMS and RMS easily. Understand? But you got the signal like this, or like this, it's different way. We cannot use that. You cannot get the peak value by Z2. No, this one cannot be like that. So that formula only valid for this circuit, this kind of waveform only. Not all AC signal we use the same formula. So the formula just now that we have introduced valid for this waveform only, sine waveform only. Okay, which is we use commonly lah in our system. In the AC system, normally we use this one, sine wave. Okay, so if we have power like that, and then you want to know the power consumed in the load. For example, you got load, right? Load in your system. Simple lah formula there. So same formula like before. You can use I squared R, but I must be I RMS squared lah. Or you can use V squared over R, but V must be V RMS squared divided by R. Or we can use RMS V multiply RMS current. Okay. Understand? I hope you can appreciate it. Effective value is important in the AC system because the voltage keep changing. The voltage keep changing here, up, down. So how come you get the power? It's very hard for you, right? So the best way is to find the effective value of this signal. Then can get the power consumed in the load. Ada soalan so far? Anything that not clear? Okay, clear. So that's the meaning by effective value. Okay. RMS ni effective value lah. RMS time root mean square. Root mean square. If you want to see what is formula for root mean square ni, I can share it lah. I can share here. Where is it? Okay, basically RMS time kalau you pakai formula, meaning RMS mean maybe some of you asking what is RMS? Root mean square. R stand for root, M stand for mean, S stand for square. Root mean square. Root mean square. Or sometimes we call it effective value in AC system lah. Effective value. Dia ada dua kan, satu DC, satu effective. Satu one is average value, the other one is effective value. Okay. For example, you have signal like that just now. You got signal like that, right? This signal sine wave. Voltage or current doesn't matter, kan? T. So in order to find effective value of this one, you can use formula this one. So V effective or V capital V lah equal to 1 over T integration from 0 to T function of T squared. This must be squared. And dt over T is correct. Over T. This is meaning by RMS. So V RMS equal to you need to integrate. And after that you have to square root here. Like that. This formula to find the RMS value. In order to find the RMS value, this is 0 to T lah. Effective value, then you have to integrate first. You have to integrate function squared first, and then divide by T, and then after that you have to square this function. If you do this one, this functioning, so f of T here equal to, for our case, equal to V max sin omega T, for this function lah. Then you integrate this, and after that divide by T, and then square root 2, then you can have the formula for voltage equal to V peak divided by Z2 just now. So we didn't show you the formula. How come we get this one? Basically based on this term lah, root mean square. Root punca ni root mean square. Ni mean square. This is mean square. This is mean, formula mean. Mean to average lah. Mean average. Square. Square of this and square root of this one. That mean by the formula lah. So if you do that one, you mathematics a little bit, then we have this formula for the voltage, similar for the current lah. I just put Ft of t, it can be voltage or current function. Which you get here is 0.017 we peak. This is a we peak lah, peak value. We make our we peak. Okay? Faham? Senang je lah, simple je. So in our system basically, alright. In our system, home system, we have VRMS. The one that you see in the equipment, they say voltage 200 volt, 240 volt, punya rating rating voltage. F equal to 50 hertz. What is meaning by that? You buy a TV or you buy a LED or whatever lah, anything, any device. Normally you see the spec there. They put there 240 volt. Frequency 50 hertz. That means you only can supply this voltage only. You cannot supply more than that. And the frequency must this one. This is rated for the voltage, and the rest rated for the frequency. Normally you see this number. What is meaning by that? This is RMS voltage. So all the equipment normally they name it based on RMS value. So if you put the oscilloscope in the system, in our system, you put oscilloscope there. What is the relationship here? So V RMS equal to V peak divided by Z2, right? Just now, or V max, same lah. V max by Z2. So V max equal to, or V peak equal to Z2 multiplied by V RMS. So if you multiply these two, you get the 300, how much? Calculator. Z2 mean 1.7, right? Z2. Okay, Z2 mean 1.414, 1.414, 2. Multiply by 240. 339 watt peak. Kalau you tengok kat sini, in our system, in Malaysia system, the voltage here equal to 339 watt. Okay, peak dia. Ini punya tempo lah. The period is 20 millisecond because 50 hertz. Ini sistem kat rumah kita. If you have you meter whatever, you measure the voltage, you see like that lah. The measurement 240 is referred to RMS voltage, and if you see the scope or any other device, the peak value equal to 339 volt, and with the period of 20 millisecond, because frequency equal to 50 hertz. Alright. So that is meaning by single phase. Single phase means we only have live and neutral lah. You got live wire and neutral wire. Just two wire only come into the device. And the supply is 220 volt. 240 volts only. And it fluctuates sometimes lah. There the plus minus lah. That one, there will be some tolerance lah. Maybe it can go to 2% higher or and 2% lower lah. That is common lah, depending on supply and so on lah. But the standard one is 240 and 50 hertz, you see. Okay. And then if we measure the signal, basically the peak value is 339 because of this formula. Just now we derive, and the period equal to 20 millisecond because of frequency 50 hertz. This is our system. This is our water system. Our home water system. In our home, anything in school, whatever, when we talk about single phase, we have this kind of signal. Alright, I think clear. We clear about this. Go back to here.
Standard dia.
Yeah.
Yang 240 tu macam mana? Doktor tahu dia RMS ni?
Itu standard lah, memang standard.
Oh, dia memang akan RMS lah.
Any device when you buy, dia akan the voltage that given is RMS value. Dia tak tulis lah, dia tak mention RMS value, but this understood lah when you are in electrical system or whatever. Maybe mechanical system pun sama lah. I think dia punya cara. So everybody understood lah. The sign there is a stand for RMS. Okay, boleh? Ada lagi? Okay, phase angle. What is phase angle? Phase angle is the angle between is a shifted angle waveform from reference origin lah. For example, you got origin point or the reference point. If your voltage signal or the current signal shifted from that reference, then we can see that the signal have phase angle. Phase angle, the symbol can be theta or can be pi lah. The symbol dia lah. Sometimes they call it theta, sometimes they call it pi. Okay. Depending the unit in radian or degree can be radian or can be degree. This is a unit for the phase angle. Okay, radian mean radian lah. Radian mean pi radian equal to, I think you familiar. Radian mean kalau you say pi radian, I mean 2 pi equal to 360 degree. 2 pi radian 2 pi radian equal to 360 degree. So that is a conversion of radian between radian and degree lah. Yeah. Okay, you know the relationship is equal to, you see here signal there. This is 0. It's a pi. 2 pi dia punya signal dia lah. One complete cycle is 360 degree. This is radian. So meaning that you see the signal 2 pi radian equal to 360 degree. Or pi equal to 180 degree. So you can do conversion later on. You want to convert from radian to degree. This is the conversion. Okay. Conversion between radian and pi is 3.14, right? Unit dia kan, unit. You have to check back lah. Pi. Pi mean 3.14 if I'm not mistaken. So the conversion is...
Slide hilang.
Oh, saya tak share. Mana hilang pula. Kita keluar 1 minute lah. Okay, sorry. Nampak? Boleh ya?
Nampak icon dia. Oh, okay dah.
Alright, okay. Ini by that lah. So tadi saya mungkin ter-unshare, tak apalah. Okay, this is signal for example. So ni 339 peak. Ini pi, half cycle is pi degree. Okay, pi means pi is 180 degree lah kan. Pi radian lah. Degree 180 lah, 180 degree. Ini 2 pi lah. 2 pi mean 360 degree. Okay. Itu. Because kita punya period frequency 50 Hz, so kita punya period is 20 millisecond. So 1/50 to 20 millisecond. That's why you have like that lah signal. There is a relationship between radian and degree. So later on, kalau ada conversion, you need to know lah. Between pi radian and between radian and degree. Kalau you lupa, ingat yang ni je. Ingat. One complete cycle equal to 2 pi equal to 360 degree. So after that, you can do conversion lah. For example, I want to know how much 30 degree, 30 degree, how much in radian? Then you can easily lah, 30 degree divided by 360, multiply 2 pi. Then you can get 30 degree in radian. Itulah cara nak conversion dia. Alright, there is some important. So phase shift ni is the signal that how much the signal shifted from the reference point lah. Reference point. For example, this is your reference point. Okay, this is your reference point. For example, reference ref, and this is signal there. This is your signal coming there. How much different dia? Ada ni kan, dia shifted ni. Ini panggil phase shift, theta lah. Like that. Jadi bila you write down equation, you must write like Vmax 1, sorry, Vmax pula. V1 or V2 whatever lah equal to Vmax sin omega t. Ni the delay, so minus theta degree. Itu maksud dia lah. Dia ada minus sebab apa? Dia delay daripada reference. Ni reference point, ni 0 ni reference point, ref. Delay. Okay. Kalau you kat sini signal kat somewhere here, for example. This example only, for example, you got the signal there. For example, let's say this V2. So V2 is leading kan, the signal leading reference. So dia katakan sini angle dia how much? Theta 2. So you can write that V2 equal to Vmax 2 lah. Jadi Vmax 1 Ini Vmax 2 sin omega t leading, so plus theta Ini minus balik lagging theta 1. Itu cara nak differentiate between them. So itu masuk phase shift. Reference point ni how long dia punya, sama dia leading or dia lagging. Kalau dia leading, you put signal plus. Okay, kalau dia lagging, we put the minus. That meaning by phase shift. Kalau you, yalah, there's a reference, must be reference point lah. Itu masuk phase shift. Okay. Boleh faham tu. Tadi mana dia? Back to here. Alright. Okay, so it can be in degree or it can be in radian lah. Two waveforms are called in phase if both have same phase degree. If you got two waveform with same phase shift, when I mean the phase shift between them equal to 0 lah. There is no phase shift between them. That means you call it the waveform equal to same phase, same phase without zero phase shift. They are same phase, means zero phase shift. The two waveforms are called out of phase if both have different phase or different phase is not equal to 0. Okay, or the difference between two signal is not equal to 0, then you got the you call it the phase or out of phase. Tengok gambar aja dia tu. Ini waveform for much more detail. This is a general waveform. When we write the AC waveform like that, alternating waveform, AC waveform, then the general equation for this waveform equal to V of t equal to V max peak value just now, sine omega t plus theta. This is a general equation for any sinusoidal waveform. Okay, so when you have a sinusoidal waveform, how to write the equation? Ini persamaan dia. V of t, V stand for voltage. T time lah equal to V max peak value sine, equation bentuk sine lah, omega t plus minus theta lah. Where theta equal to phase shift or phase angle lah panggil. Sometimes you call it phase angle, sometimes you call it phase shift. Okay. Yang biru ni, apa dia maksud biru? Biru ni reference. Bila reference saja kita letak zero phase shift dia. Jadi, V1, say that di sini V1. So, V1 equal to V max sine omega t only. Or omega t plus 0. Tak payah setelah 0. You don't need to put 0 there. Just sine omega t. Because you reference. Then now we talk about red color. Red color mean they lead the blue color by theta degree. So when you write down equation for red color with respect to blue color, then the equation will be like that. So we make V2 to V max same peak value. So same V max lah. Kalau different V max, we put different V max. But in this case, we have same V max. So we max sine omega t plus theta. Plus theta mean the V2 leading V1 by theta degree. How much theta ni you have to check lah. It can be 30 degree or 40 degree, whatever lah degree. We need to check. So ada soalan? Anything that not clear here?
Doktor, kalau radian tu ke kanan, kena tolak kan?
Yeah, betul. Kalau say that the red color ni sebelah kanan lah, dia start after blue kat somewhere here. Theta ni sebelah kanan kan. 1 minute saya share lagi. And show. Okay, we have PDF here, so I can write here. Really. Okay, here. Okay, so that this your waveform just now, right? So kalau you sebelah kanan, for example, green color lah, I put green color here. You got green color there. Yang V1 to V2 like just put like that lah. And you got smaller value there. Whatever lah, macam tu kan, betul ya. Example lah, my driving not so good lah. Di angle ni, angle apa ni? You can put any angle lah. Let's say theta 1, for example. So this waveform ni is we say V3 lah. V3 equal to V max 3. Why? Because the peak value is different from before. we make 3 sine omega t minus theta 1. Itu cara nak write down the equation of particular waveform lah. Okay, boleh. Okay, so theta represent the phase shift. Okay, color. The sine because the waveform is sine, so we use sine lah. In the electrical system, you can use sine or cosine, tapi kena standardize lah. Kali pakai sine or sine lah. Kali pakai cosine, make sure all cosine lah. Jadi senang faham. Jadi dalam kita pakai satu simbol yang senang, kita pakai sine saja. Kalau sine, the blue color is the reference for us lah. The red color tu dia leading blue by theta degree. Then that's why you put plus there lah. Plus lah. Just now plus there. Ini plus. And the green color lagging. Lag blue color by theta 1. So you put negative theta 1. Itu cara nak represent the waveform. Okay, ada soalan? Okay, jadi bila nak write a waveform, ini kalau voltage pakai voltage lah. V of t, V max, sin omega t. Plus, what is omega? Omega is a 2 pi f. Omega is 2 pi f. 2 pi f. So from that, if they give the value, then you can find the frequency easily lah. For example, they give you omega equal to 314, just like that. So you make it 2 pi f equal to 314. Okay, then you can find the f. 314 divided by 2 pi. That gives you the value for frequency. So you know the frequency from this omega punya not symbol. Omega is 2 pi f. Ingat this formula. 2 pi f. 2 pi multiplied by f. And you see the value of omega, you can find the frequency easily lah. You can find the frequency of that particular waveform. Okay, there is some characteristic or the features of the sinusoidal signal. So maybe you can take break few minutes. So I unshare I record it. Stop first.